Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you about my top 5 tips to help you stop impulse shopping online. Impulse shopping can be triggered by many things, and I always say that when it comes to your finances, it's a personal choice. It's a personal thing, and that's why it's called personal finance. Now, if you know yourself and you know that you're prone to shopping online when it comes to any kind of negative mood that you're in, like if you're depressed, you had a horrible day, you had a bad breakup, or you're bored. If you're prone to shopping online and busting your budget, I really think that these 5 tips can really be helpful. So let's get started. So my first tip is whatever website you're prone to go to when you're in that negative headspace, when you're in a good headspace and you have clarity, what I would do is I would either go to that app or go to that website and delete your credit card from it. Because when your credit card is linked to that site, as you know, because anyone that's prone to impulse shopping, you know that it's a simple click, purchase, and you're done, right? Because they already have your name, your address, and your credit card number stored in their system. But make it difficult for yourself. So my first tip is definitely to delete the credit card information, because when you're in that negative headspace and you go to that app or website, you're not going to be able to just click purchase. You're going to have to get up and go search for your wallet or your purse and get that credit card, and then have to go back to the phone or the app or the website. And then you have to put in your credit card information. And hopefully that walk to your wallet and purse and then walk back has gotten you feeling a little bit guilty about what you're about to do. And hopefully that pause is enough time for you to reconsider and say, I don't really need it. My second tip is to give yourself a 48-hour window before making any purchase. Of course, unless it's an emergency. If it's something that you definitely need and you need Amazon or anyone else to ship it to you right away because it's a necessity, that's different. Anything that's a want and not a need, that's what I'm talking about. Any purchase at all. Try to get it in your mind that you are going to give yourself 48 hours to make that decision. I'll tell you what happens in that 48 hours. One, it's going to give you that pause that you need to really reconsider if later on, if it was an emotional purchase because you were in a bad headspace at that moment. And 2, what I suggest is go to the point where you have it in your cart, right? And if you took my first step and you deleted your credit card information, now you have it in the cart, but you weren't able to buy it. Perfect, right? So you're going to leave it in your cart for 48 hours because one of 2 things is going to happen. The first is after 48 hours, you're going to realize why were you even going to buy it in the first place? And you hit delete, right? The second thing that can happen is you look at your purchase and you realize it is something that you wanted. It's not just because you were in a negative headspace then. And if you check your email, you might have a coupon code or a discount code that was emailed to you from the store. Because that's the fun thing. If you leave something in your cart and it's for a specific store, the store realizes that you took that item and you put it in your cart, but you didn't complete the purchase. And of course, what does the store want you to do? They want you to buy it, right? So if you leave it in your cart for 48 hours, there is a big chance that they're going to email you an incentive. So it's either going to be free shipping when you weren't going to have free shipping, or a 20% off or a 30% off coupon code that you can apply to that purchase and then save money. So I'm not telling you to buy whatever it is you want to buy, but giving yourself that 48-hour window can really help you take that pause you need to reevaluate that purchase. And if you still want it, it's going to help you save money. My third tip to help you stop impulse buying is to unsubscribe. Now, I take it one step further because I love a good deal. What I do is I set up a second email address, something that I only use for stores that ask you for your email address. That way my personal email is not getting bombarded with constant sales and notifications of my favorite items being discounted. And I have that separate email so that when I do want to make a purchase for a gift for someone or a holiday, birthday, Mother's Day, anything, and I want a good deal, I log on to that other email address, the one that's not giving me notifications on my phone. That's key. And I grab whatever discount code, coupon code, promo code, whatever they have, and I apply it to my purchase that I'm making intentional for someone for a special occasion. This way, I still have that information when I need it, but my phone is not getting constantly notified because my main email is not at all being touched by those retail stores. Let me tell you, my favorite handbag by far, I love them, they're my weakness, is Michael Kors. If I continue to get notified every time my favorite department store has my Michael Kors bags on sale, I would have no emergency fund and I would be in credit card debt because, again, it's personal and I know myself. So I keep those notifications completely separate. So they're there when I need them, but they're not bothering me all the time and they're not making me crave buying something that is not in my budget. So that helps me avoid impulse shopping. So if you have emails coming into your regular email address, unsubscribe. Or create a second email and then give them that information and then unsubscribe to your main one. And that might take you a little bit of time, but imagine how much money you're going to save because you're not going to be constantly tempted to buy something. So my fourth tip has to do with social media. Social media really has a way of subconsciously affecting you. And I know I am all about social media, hence this YouTube channel. I also have a TikTok account. I also have an Instagram account, and they're all linked together, providing a lot of money saving tips. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'll leave my links down below. But anyway, they really do have a way of subconsciously putting thoughts in your head. And here's the perfect example. We were able to pay off $48,000 of credit card debt in 2 years. And the way we did it is by cutting down expenses and really focusing every cent we had at our budget and paying off that debt. And that day when we finally paid off our $48,000 was a day I'll never forget. December 31st, 2018, to be exact. It was New Year's, and it was a day that we will never forget. But literally the next day, we then started planning our Disney trip because along with paying off debt, we were putting away a little bit of money in a side account for a vacation because after being so frugal for 2 years, we needed to just do something fun to celebrate. So when we were just about I think less than a month away from our trip, and it was a trip that we had planned for so long and saved for so long, and it meant so much. I can get emotional just thinking about it. It was great. But I'm in bed and my husband comes in and I said to him, "Oh my gosh, look at this." And I have my phone and I said, look at this beautiful yacht this celebrity is on. Oh my gosh, can you imagine just having a trip on this yacht? And my husband looked at me and he's like, "Debbie, I get boat sick." You get seasick on boats. And I knew that. Of course I knew that. I know my husband. I love him. I was like, oh my gosh, for a split second, even though we're about to go on the trip that we've been saving for so long and looking forward to for so long, I was thinking for a split second about that celebrity on that yacht. And for a split second, it made me feel as though what I had wasn't enough. And I'm just being honest. So social media really has a way of subconsciously affecting us because that's not me. I love my family. I love what we have and I'm grateful. And I'm so proud of where we are financially compared to a few years ago. So, but I still had that moment and I'll never forget it. And so if you're feeling less than, which of course can then make you impulse shop, do something about it. Unsubscribe to that person. Unfollow that person. By unfollowing that person and then starting to follow channels that I feel passionate about, like people that are frugal, people that save money, female entrepreneurs, budgeters, I follow people that are investing in their future and bragging about how they fully contributed to their Roth IRAs every year. Like, that to me is motivating. And so instead of having that moment where I felt less than, now when I look at my social media, I feel empowered and I feel so happy about where I am financially. So if something is making you feel less than, even for that split second where you can just go and try to buy something online because in your mind it's going to help you feel better. That's why it's called retail therapy. Retail therapy, like, that's going to make you feel better, going more in debt and buying things that you don't need. But anyway, so by unfollowing those people, it'll help you get your mind right and follow people that motivate you. It'll help you feel grateful for what you have, and hopefully that'll help you shop less. And on that same topic, before I move on to my next tip, a little bonus tip that I have for you is to delete any apps that you only have on your phone for those moments when you are impulse shopping. Because by not being tempted with those pop-ups and those notifications letting you know, like, hey, this is on sale, this is on sale. If you delete it because you only impulse shop on that app, that'll help you be more motivated to save and less motivated to spend money that you really can't afford or simply don't want to spend. And my fifth and final tip has to do with the price of what you want to buy. I sometimes feel as though budgeting has a lot to do with a diet, which I've done both for a long time. Bear with me a second. Tell me if you agree. And please let me know in the comment section down below if you've ever thought of this as well. Let's say you go to the gym, right? And you're on the treadmill and you're running and you're breaking a sweat and you got dressed to go to the gym. You went to the gym. You're working out. You're looking at the calories getting burned on that machine, right? And let's say you burned 100 calories and you're proud of yourself, right? You go home and you're hungry. You open up the pantry and you see a package of cookies. You go and you look at the back of the cookies and you realize by eating 4 cookies, and I think it's really going to be 3, but by eating 4 cookies, you're going to eat more calories than you burnt off in that whole time that you were on that machine. Are you going to then eat those cookies? Doesn't that calculation for a split second make you feel like, I'm not going to blow what I just did and all that effort and all that sweat equity that I did? I'm not going to blow it on those 4 cookies, right? Same thing goes for impulse shopping. Let's say that after taxes, you take home per paycheck $1,500. What I would do is whatever you take home, make sure it's take home. It has to be net, not gross, not what you made, but after taxes, okay? So take that amount and divide it up by how many hours you had to work to have that money in your pocket. That's your hourly rate after taxes. Now think about the price of the item that you're thinking about impulse shopping for, right? Let's say it's $100 for this item. How many hours is it going to take you to work to get to have that $100 in your hand so that you can buy that item? Do you see what I'm saying? It's just like the package of cookies, right? By breaking it down and realizing that that purchase is going to actually cost you so many hours at your job, whether you love your job or you don't, it's still a job, it's still work. By seeing how long it's going to take you to earn it, that calculation might stick in your head and it might make you be like, you know what? That purchase is not worth 4 hours of my day. That purchase is not worth 2 days worth of work at my job to pay that off. And that might help you hit delete on that cart and stop impulse shopping. And now I want some cookies. Well, I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, please click the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and to click on that bell. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.